State, whiteout conditions. They closed the interstate, and I was stuck on the side of the road. Couldn't see anything in front of me or around me.
That's
Oh my
scary.
This is what, and I was like a young journalist driving from Springfield, Illinois to Iowa for something, and it was like whiteout conditions. And we always say, have your like emergency kit. I kind of had like a makeshift one with just a snow scraper. I did have a blanket and like a ton of just clothes from my travels. And I was about to like hunker down in my car, but
That
then I
is
was
so
terrified
crazy.
I'd get hit by someone.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was literally like you couldn't see the hand in front of you.
Scary.
It was a very scary situation. I used my GPS to like follow it to Airbnb on the side of the road. It was like at this old farmhouse, and I knocked on their door crying, and I was like, "Is this a?" It said it was like a law or like a place to stay, and the woman's like, "Yeah, you can come stay here." It was like the creepiest.
What?
Situation.
Scary
And
movie.
it was a scary movie. I was
And
like
they
calling my
didn't-
mom. I'm like, I'm staying at this farmhouse.
Did you stay overnight?
I stayed overnight.
Oh my
They charged me
gosh.
only $50 because I was like a woman in distress.
And they didn't peel your skin or take your kidneys.
No, but
That's
they had
crazy.
different rooms. They had like the
Did Dwight
Northern
Schrute
Lodge.
pop out of
It
the
felt like there was like an
closet?
irrigation room. No, but they had different rooms. And they had a jacuzzi tub in one. I'm like, I'll take that room. And
Did
it was
you use
weird
it?
because like the family was there. It was like a family farmhouse. I used the jacuzzi, but I didn't eat anything.
What was the name
They're
of
like,
it?
help yourself to anything in our fridge. And I was like, this is
thank
weird.
you.
What was
I
the
don't
name of
know
Dwight's
you.
cousin?
Oh, my God.
Mose.
Mose? Did cousin Mose come out?
Yeah, it was the weirdest,
So
craziest blizzard.
crazy.
Like that's why it's so important to have an
Wow.
emergency kit in your car.
Well, you've
with
changed my
food.
mind. I will definitely do that because I don't want to stay at somebody's abandoned farmhouse.
Well, just try not to like follow the forecast. Don't travel on interstate because like
Yeah.
on those flat areas of Minnesota too, in
Oh.
Iowa, Wisconsin, flat zones, and the interstate snow blows.
Yeah.
especially
Anything
in the
west
cold.
of really Waconia.
It's pretty
not,
flat.
It's not. You don't have to get far out of the Twin Cities.
And it's scary because when the interstates close down, like even getting help, they put like these big stop barricade
Right.
arms down, and it's so wild. So it happens though.
Southern Minnesota is super windy,
Southern
too.
Minnesota.
Has issues like
and
that.
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
Twin Cities is
Yeah.
kind of the beginning of woods. Southern Minnesota is just farmland. Western Minnesota, same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I've been in
So-
a blizzard out there. Not good.
He doesn't. He has got bald tires. He doesn't have a blanket. Do you got a scraper?
I do have a scraper.
Okay,
yeah.
at
Okay,
least you got
otherwise-
one of 20 items you need.
Just take out your flamethrower.
Yes.
And just burn the road as I drive. Yeah. No, I do need to get more prepared for winter. I mean, I do have the scraper. I do have ice melting spray or something like that.
Oh, don't. What is it? Don't use that.
yeah,
That's-
Probably-
that-
that
we
probably
need a
doesn't work.
verified team. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is
never.
that? I've never even heard of that.
That might work in like Charlotte when it gets to 31, but
Okay, but not here.
Ice melting
29
spray.
below zero. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's somebody gave me a can
I
of
don't
some sort of ice melting.
Is it really silly
Maybe-
string and it's like a prank?
Or if your doors get iced closed, maybe for that.
There's
Maybe
no
for
way
that.
because
I've
nothing.
never heard of ice
Nothing.
melting spray.
Even alcohol starts to freeze up when you get as cold as we get here.
Huh.
I didn't know
Interesting.
that.
Let's try it out on YouTube.
Bring a bottle of
later.
tequila.
Yeah, we'll bring the tequila, we'll bring the spray, and we'll just have a fun time.
Lovely idea.
All right, anywho, we're going to get to the forecast because it's wacky, I think. I don't know, it's all over the place.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do that now?
No, we'll get to it. We got to talk fun stripe, or fudge stripe? No,
Fruit stripes.
Fruit stripe,
Fruit
fudge
stripe-
stripe.
Fudge stripe
Those
gum.
are
This
sticking around.
These
Those are the
old
cookies.
School.
Yeah, you remember these? Okay, so the people are gonna hate this. It's going away. Fruit stripe is going away. It's gone. That announcement came with a lot of reaction. People on social media speaking out, saying their childhood just died.
Yep.
Not exactly sure why it's going away. I don't know if it's
Realistically, all of us have grown up. When's the last time you bought that? Honestly, I think my mom was the
Yeah.
last one to buy me a pack when I was like 10.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something else? It was the Choco Tacos that they said were going away, and everybody went on a run on Choco Tacos, and all of a sudden it was popular again. I wonder if that's going to happen with Fruit Stripe, where it's Fruit Stripe's going away, and all of a sudden everybody's like, no.
It wasn't great
Fruit
gum. I mean,
Stripe.
it was like good for a minute, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
it was the gum. You're like, you spit it out.
Yeah. They have Trident layers.
Try that
Tried it
layers.
later. Oh, do they run out of
That's how
flavor
you get
fast?
paid. You get paid in gum.
You just keep eating them. You need a whole pack in like one sitting because you just lose the
The
flavor.
flavor would go
But the
away.
tattoos, I remember you licked the wrapper and you like stick it. It
So
was like
gross.
a really lame looking tattoo, but it
Yeah.
was
Always
so
all
cool.
It lasted for
Smudged and-
5
That's
minutes.
kids gum right
Yeah.
there.
Very
Kids
much
gum.
kids gum. That and bubble tape. Remember bubble tape?
My
My
kids
niece and
still,
nephew still love
my
bubble
they
tape.
love rocket bubble tape, but it gets. I'm like, how they're eating like gum.
Big
they
wads.
they swallow it all.
I've
you
got
know?
4 feet of bubble tape in my mouth.
Right.
Double bubble. Remember double bubble?
What about the?
Is that the bull pop thing or what's
No,
double
it's the
bubble?
one that's like wrapped up. It comes in like giant jars. It's wrapped
Oh,
up
the
in
pink and the yeah. That still exists.
It
I
never
think.
it never lasted. Like you
'Cause
chew it
it's
for 5
sugary.
seconds and it's done.
What about the? What's the stuff in
Big
the,
League Chew?
Yes. Big
That
League
still
Chew.
exists
Yeah,
too.
our kids like that. My kids still like all that stuff.
No, that's still good. It's not going anywhere. You know where you probably still find fruit stripe? What is it? Fruit stripe?
Fruit stripe.
Fruit
Yeah.
stripe. I keep wanting to say fudge stripe, but those are those cookies, and those are delicious.
That candy
They're
store
sticky.
down in
Candy
Jordan?
store. Jordan.
Isn't that place
169
closing?
southbound. No,
I think it might be.
it's not closing.
Are you sure what's it called?
The biggest, largest candy
Yeah.
store, or something like that. Is it closed? Maybe they closed for the
No.
winter. I don't know. No,
I think we would.
we would
have
know.
all
Boyd, they
heard,
like
The
right?
largest
quote
candy,
Boyd, and they have like their big
It's
sign.
cool. It's a
store.
very cool place.
in
the largest candy
Minnesota.
store in Minnesota, temporarily closed.
Maybe they have a
Oh.
seasonal.
Closed for the
Okay.
season.
Okay.
Oh, so okay, in the summer months.
Jim's Apple Farm.
Now I know.
Yeah, it's actually a great
Reopening
spot.
May 2024, so you gotta wait a while.
Okay.
Oh,
In the
so
spring.
this spring they'll reopen, but that's a spot where you
Okay,
go
my
and
bad.
you'll find all like those Necco wafers that are discontinued. They have them somehow.
What are
They
Necco
got candy
wafers?
cigarettes. Remember those were like taken away?
As they should have
No.
been.
I know, but they're there.
They're
You walk
so-
around there and you're like, oh my god, they have all this.
They have all the
stuff.
candy. Where do they buy that from? Who's packing that?
Secret warehouses. And
They've got
different
other good
countries.
stuve too.
they have different candies from
Baked
all over the
goods
world.
and-
It's
Oh, they
really
have, like-
cool.
Yeah, I got sloppy Joe mix there once. It was great.
They have flavored pop.
So
you can get
random.
ranch flavored
Yeah.
pop, pickle flavored pop.
Oh, God,
It's kind
that's
of like you can get
gross.
whatever your
Weird,
wildest
yeah.
dreams.
It's a
like, they
kid's
probably have.
dream.
It's like Willy Wonka's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's in Jordan, right?
Jordan.
Good
Just
day trip.
169 and so.
What are Nico wafers?
Necco.
Necco?
Necco. They taste like those candy hearts, chalky,
Oh,
and they come in a
gross.
tube.
They're disgusting.
They're not great candy.
They're gross.
They're gross.
I
Anyhow,
gotta look those up.
If it ain't Reese's, then I don't care.
Yeah.
Reese's.
agreed.
Reese's.
Reese's.
I love Reese's Puffs.
So good.
Breakfast.
Breakfast sounds good right about now. No, I've never had them. Yeah, my stomach is growling.
I might too.
nauseous.
I'm hungry. I told him I wanted oatmeal, and he like might as well slap me across the face. He's like, "You want oatmeal? Oatmeal's delicious."
I never go to
I don't
oatmeal
think
as
I
my
ever-
go-to
I don't
breakfast
think I've ever
item.
eaten
No, I wouldn't either.
I just spit. I'm sorry.
You said you've never eaten oatmeal?
No, I mean I have as a
Okay.
as a
You guys just
infant.
haven't had the right oatmeal. What you do is you cook it up, tons of butter, tons of brown sugar, a little salt, a lot of love, and fruit.
Okay, that
How-
sounds
And
pretty
it's
good.
so good.
sounds
And you
good.
use
That's
whole
not
milk, and
why
it's
I
just
would
like
eat
this
oatmeal.
delicious.
I would eat
warm
oatmeal
bowl.
if it was bad, like tastes like crap because it's healthy, right?
Is it
It's
healthy?
like
I don't
grits.
make it healthy.
Like don't make your. I like grits because I put all that
Never
stuff
had
on
Butter
it.
grits.
and sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
put
just-
all
yeah.
this disgusting
All
stuff
malt
on it.
oatmeal, is that considered grits?
I'm not sure.
I am a big cream of wheat fan.
Is that's
Anybody
that
else?
malt meal?
I don't know
That's
if it is.
malt
thing?
oatmeal,
Yeah,
cream of wheat.
Yeah.
You get that layer of like on top of like thick cream where you pull it and it's like you can pull the top of it off. It's just
I haven't had
it's
that
so
in a
good.
while.
Okay, and I got a hack for oatmeal.
Okay.
Jason might appreciate this. Ice cream instead of milk.
Wait, and you microwave it or?
So you just
cook
make
it?
your oatmeal, your kind of blah normal oatmeal.
With water and whatnot.
Yep, make your oatmeal, and then you do some brown sugar, a scoop of
Oh, a
vanilla
la mode.
ice cream.
Oh, you do it a la
my
mode. So it's like
Okay.
like
Okay,
apple crisp.
Yeah, I put the ice cream right on top of my oatmeal.
I'm
Oh, so it's
back.
cold
and then
still.
I'm back.
a little chocolate syrup.
Oh my gosh.
So it's dessert for
Yeah.
breakfast.
I am like, you know what? I'm gonna just even things out here because the oatmeal is supposedly healthy.
It's not
and the
that
rest
much
of
healthy.
I'm in.
Yeah,
If
that's
you do
the only
that,
way I
then
like
I'll
oatmeal.
support it.
Okay.
That's the only way I'll support your oatmeal.
I'm gonna bring
eating
oatmeal
habits.
Just a
tomorrow.
little ice
Big crock pot full of oatmeal.
I'll be eating donuts in the break room.
And then it will just harden, and then it's the worst to clean if you don't clean it right away.
Doubles down as a football after.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be a good weekend to stay in and cook a roast. We've been talking about cooking a
Some
roast
oatmeal.
or oatmeal.
Go with
It's
a
gonna
roast.
be cold. You don't want to
So
leave the
oatmeal and
house.
roast.
No, this is like
It's cold.
it's good for everybody who needs it. You know, obviously everybody that's dying to get out there in ice houses. I don't know if you're even gonna have a permanent ice house this year, but you probably will. But it might be February 1st. Yeah, lakes are gonna be frozen. We have a weather warn day tomorrow. It looks like right now I would prepare for 3 to 5 inches of snow. I could see this though staying at 2 or 3. I could also see this thing going to 7 inches still.
Okay.
I can also. That's why I said it's a big wacky question mark, because it's all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think anytime you get like a volatile move, it can, in anything, you want to see like consistent trending.
So when
You
is
know?
the latest?
Volatile moves can mean like it can slingshot all over the place.
You said the models come out every 6 hours, every 3 hours.
It's so we have models now. So I always had a rule. It's when I was chief, I always said we don't do forecast 36 hours out or greater because the short-term models only go out 36 hours. So you want to compare the long-term models, which only run 4 a day. So the European model, that thing only runs 4 a day. So if this low is changing like crazy, it doesn't get the 5 hours of changes, and then it'll get all the changes, and then there's a huge change in the model. So if what's happening in real life is very different and changing, then the models start hopping all over the place because they're trying to play catch up.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
but the short-term models, you can see a better trend because they run every hour.
Right.
So they don't go like, they'll just kind of like, they'll just trend.
So we'll know as
that
the
make
day
sense?
That
progresses.
makes
We'll
sense.
have a clearer picture as to what.
Yeah, so
tomorrow's
right
drive
now,
will look
these
like.
short-term models are saying like 7, and the long-range models are saying 1. But I am actually leaning towards short-term models. Typically, I do.
Okay.
So I'm leaning towards this should be legit.
If this was Vegas, how much money you putting down on your forecast?
Oh, well, if you give me a 60% chance in Vegas, I'll put up my life on it. But because that's impossible in Las Vegas, right?
Asher, there goes your college fund, buddy.
Right, 49% is the best you can get in Vegas because the Vegas is going to always win.
House wins.
So 60%, I'm all in. Sell my house. But I bet you there's 60% chance of 5 inches. That's what we should prepare for.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
40% chance of like 1.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
don't think it's going to end up being like 2 or 3. I think it's going to be significant
It's
or
either
not.
big or small.
Yeah, I
Right.
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
And then
Just
south
because we're
for
right on the
sure.
edge, and if
Right.
if I'm talking about in my head, I'm thinking if these things are going to shift, like I'm saying, well, it should shift to give us a lot or shift to give us a little, right?
Bottom line is like, don't let this be the last forecast that you watch here on Sunrise. Make sure you tune into
Oh,
There
yeah.
you go.
tonight.
Well, this is on YouTube, so it'll air for like next month even.
Well, yeah. If you're watching this,
Right.
if
In
you're
the
watching this in the
summertime.
future, it's too late.
Sorry, you know what happened.
Right. If you're
Tell
planning,
us.
if you're watching a video on should I move to Minnesota and this comes up, the answer is no.
Yes, because we have the world's largest candy store.
All right,
boy.
and the Mall of America is here.
That place gets to 25 below zero. Yes, we do.
And we're proud of it.
I don't know if I realized that before I came here.
The
You
more
didn't
terrible
read the fine
your,
print
the
on your
more
Minnesota
terrible.
passport.
They didn't
Did
put
you
that in
notice
the,
the
in
more
details?
terrible
No,
the place
no, they
you live
didn't.
in, the more people pretend they love it? I lived in
do
Duluth.
love it.
I lived in Duluth. Horrific. Like just
Well,
the
Duluth's
worst.
different beast.
They all love it.
The people in Duluth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you start to get weird. Your brain gets weird. Because you live there. You gotta love it. If you're stuck.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna be like in
You'll be
a
miserable.
rut. You'll
Yeah.
be sad. You have
Right.
to find the
I'm not saying
positives.
this. I think it's good, but it is funny. Like people in Buffalo, they love Buffalo.
New
You know
York.
what I'm saying? Yeah, Buffalo's
Buffalo,
a harsh
Minnesota.
place to
No,
live.
Buffalo's an awful place with awful people and awful football teams.
Did you buy your Bills tie yet? He had a bet with a coworker.
Yeah, I need to.
You have to buy your Buffalo Bills.
I need to
gear.
buy a Buffalo. So if you see me pop up next week with the Buffalo Bills tie,
To wear it on air.
yeah, I told him I'd wear it on air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Just for like 5 minutes or the whole
I
newscast?
think for the entire newscast.
That's
so
commitment.
yeah, I mean that's
I don't
what
think you're allowed to do that.
I'm not.
Corporate policy. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
I don't know. I was trying to help you out.
Almost saved me there. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, tune in tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. We're just who knows what's gonna happen. It's a Wild West.
No, we'll get it. It'll be a rough day.
And for all you future people watching, I hope the future is going well.
Live long and prosper.